about seceding to West Virginia.
Oh, that 2021 event that is already receded from my memory. Okay.
All right, we are live.
All right, are we live now? Okay.
Call the meeting of the Frostburg Board of Elections to order. It is 2 p.m., Wednesday, May the 11th. Present Kitty Davis.
Present Mary Ann Lutz.
And we have an excused absence for Dawn Howe, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Review of documentation.
Okay.
Please take a look. Let me
So-
know anything that we need changed.
The in the smaller packet, the
Okay.
documents that were ready for your review last time we met have been updated to include the few edits that you had.
Okay.
So number 10 just has what you recommended, Kitty.
It leaves it available to do it by tally or by hand count. If
Okay.
we have something that only has 200 ballots, yes, we may want to do by tally.
Right.
But if we're talking several hundred, it's just not
Yeah.
wise. Okay.
Or the 3,000 that we know are going to vote in this election.
They may. They may. They like the method.
And then if you want to review that top section there and make sure that looks good to you.
Let's see, under the first bullet point, under ballots may be returned, we just need a comma after, what is it? Ballots will be placed by the voter in an official ballot delivery box, comma, sealed.
You're
I
up there.
think,
Okay.
Yeah.
do we want a comma there?
Where are you, Mary Ann?
Yeah, I
I'm
think
sorry,
she's-
I'm up here, it's the
Okay.
second
We
bullet
already
point.
did that. That was the one from last week that we only changed number 10.
I understand that, but now that I'm reading it
There's another
again,
typo.
do we need a comma after delivery box? Is
Where
this
are we?
second bullet point,
Okay.
first sub-point? Ballots will be placed by the voter in an official ballot delivery box, comma, sealed and certified by at least,
I don't
or
think.
are
No.
we saying the ballot delivery box is sealed and certified?
It is.
All right,
yes.
we don't need a comma.
No,
I'm
we
so
don't.
sorry.
That's quite all right.
I apparently read it the right way last week and I'm reading
Or
it.
we may have discussed it.
No, we didn't. Because I'm just
I'm
like,
trying to give you an out here. Okay.
no, don't give me an out. Don't give me an out.
All right, so we're over to this election ballot procedure for city staff. That's a good catch. 0 ballots are received because that may happen a lot, especially at first. People are slow to get those in. It saves a lot of, well, what do we do with this? Looks good to me. The only other thing, I guess the blank kind of
Unmarked. because all those other oath of voter ballots are gonna have their name pre-printed with the voter ID pre-printed.
But not on the ballot.
No, you're right.
It's on the envelope.
I'll give them a blank, an unmarked.
We used to just give them like an additional ballot and a blank envelope.
Yeah, that's what I
Right?
need to tell them. That I need to. It's like an
Because-
unmarked ballot package or something.
Yeah, because it's the envelope that carries the pre-printed. That ballot's totally
Yeah.
blank anyway. A replacement ballot,
Okay.
how's that?
Yeah, that makes.
And blank envelope, or
With blank envelopes.
yeah, something like that.
Envelopes, because it'll be the whole thing.
Yes.
So, okay. And then
Okay.
I will change it down below to that same terminology. Replacement ballot with blank envelopes.
Yes. The only other thing,
Sorry, I just read Chewed by Dog.
oh. Okay. The only other thing that somehow we can work in there is when they give you back a spoiled ballot and it's been chewed by a dog, we always write spoiled across it
And kept it some.
so that it couldn't, mark ballot spoiled or
Okay,
something,
sure.
since that is
Yeah.
a clerical function.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to keep those because you're going to have to account for them.
Yes.
Right.
So before we count them, we're going to have something that replaced this with this, or something that we're going to add to the roster.
Mm-hmm.
You may get a lot more people to add to the roster than we will count.
Mm-hmm. Just coming in and asking for a ballot, and then they're not actually
And rather
registered.
than
Yep.
going through the whole McGill, give them a ballot, and then the
And then we
board.
check it.
Yeah,
Okay, but I can add that.
that's the only thing I could think of.
Replacement ballot with blank envelopes. I will just use that terminology, and everywhere I used the blank
And if you
ballot.
really want to lock it down, I don't know whether it's necessary, but on county, state, and federal level, they have a finite number of ballots they can get. I don't think it's going to be an issue here, but it's something, if you want to lock it down, you can put it in there. Each voter will be entitled to 2 replacement ballots. That
Yeah.
replacement ballot's going to be blank. Are they going, and so is the envelope. Are they
Uh-huh.
going to go make copies?
Right.
Are they passing it off to someone else?
Right.
But if we're not asking who they are when they come in, and
Yes,
it's,
good point.
I don't think it'll be an issue.
I'm talking 30,000 compared
Mhm.
to 3,000. Just trying to think of anything else that can cause an issue. Can't think of anything. And we can always amend procedure if we run into something that's happening, and we can do that email, verbally, whatever, if the procedure isn't working. Okay, would you like to have a motion to approve the procedures and the canvas of the
I
vote?
move to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
One question, do you want me to post both of these documents on the website?
I would not put the internal document.
I didn't think
We've
so.
never had to, just because it is an internal document. It's there if the court should wish it for any reason, but
Right.
it is an internal document that you're using
Okay,
for
but
procedure.
I'll place this one on the,
Yes.
okay, procedures on website. Okay. Logistics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's very nice.
Love it.
Do you mind if I take a closer glance at
No,
it?
what I would like to do is go ahead and do the tamper tape while we're at it now.
Uh-huh.
I have the forms and I have the tamper tape,
Okay,
so.
great.
Do you think we're good with two of us?
Yeah, I do. It's on camera as well, and I can even take a picture of it if you'd like me to do that as well.
Quite all right. I'm
Yeah, this is
interested
good.
to see.
I'll get to see how we're gonna,
It's going to have to be from where you're accessing the ballot.
yeah.
So you can't get them out through there,
Do you-
but you could
we can
possibly get
Open
them out
this
through
and make sure
here.
there's nothing inside.
Okay.
It is empty.
And this is what a voided piece of tamper tape looks like. Once
Okay.
it's peeled off, that
Okay.
stuff grazes off.
Okay.
So I did an experiment.
Okay.
This
To
is
see,
Yes.
yes, oh, yeah.
It's
look
very
at that.
obvious.
Yeah.
So
Okay, we need to date and initial the piece of tamper tape.
Okay.
And put it on here.
I don't know if this pen is. You have a good pen.
Do you think this will work? Let me,
Mine's
so you want me to go
wipe
ahead and initial this?
You date it and initial it.
Okay, today's the 11th?
So I changed this slightly from last year, Kitty,
Okay.
and I just say after the seal was broken, you either canvass the votes or you move into another secure
Secure
box because
So-
that was full. So
What we're going to do,
So
if Elizabeth approves, is we just put the tamper tape across the line.
Okay.
So if they try to pull it off,
We know.
we know it's not there to prevent them
Okay.
from doing it because it's very easy to see that yes, they probably could break through. What it is to let us know that it has
It's been
been
broken, right.
accessed. Okay, what do you need your seals for?
if you want to read me the number,
Okay. 01 dash 018011.
okay. And if you want to sign your name on there,
Now,
try not to know one myself.
these.
We just used those last
Did we
time.
date this as well,
I
Elizabeth?
dated it up to
Okay.
that statement there.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right.
That's the key.
Mhm.
Thank you.
So you keep that key at all times?
Yes.
Okay. So when we come to check the box, we come to see.
Even if she used it, we still know she had access.
Yeah.
So we've got, the key's not that much of a issue.
Thank you.
Thank you. Put that moving right along.
No, I just wanted to look at one thing with this box, like, will we be able to tell when it's getting full? Well, I guess we can see if things get up this high, but,
Also, any that I have used previously, you can hear them drop. And by sound, you'll know when it's starting to get
but that's if
full.
we're here to hear it drop, you know what I'm saying?
But it's going to be here, so
Right.
it's not going to be left alone.
Well, I think last election you said most people voted by mail.
They did.
They
Okay.
did. We had a few drop off on
I think I'm
election
gonna
day.
do the drop off this time.
Because you have this cool box to put it in.
Well, and also it's like it's here and it's done. I don't have to
That's
worry
the
about it
nicest I've ever seen.
getting
And
lost
I've
in the
seen
mail or
some.
something.
I was really happy with it when it came.
Yeah, it looks great.
And I
And the
like-
signage
yeah.
is very good.
Okay,
Okay.
where are we, dear?
So this next is the canvassing logistics, which is your packet here.
Everybody's name all right. I sent it early in the hopes that everyone would take a look at it.
Oh, yeah, we looked at this. Yep, the names are all correctly spelled.
One question, do you want the date on this that you actually did the canvassing, that you filled this form out and signed it?
We never have, but
Okay.
I don't see
I think it's a good idea to have the
a
date.
problem with it.
Okay.
I'll just, I sent you electronic,
Yeah, I'll
right,
add it.
so
I
I
have
just
it.
add it.
Okay. I will add that to both of those.
Only, you may want to add 2 date lines.
Okay.
I don't know. Let's think about this. Scratch that, just go with one. We may be filling it in on the second day.
Mm-hmm. So, 10 a.m. on Wednesday the 8th.
Mhm.
Who will have the statement prepared to read you
Oh, I have lots.
the watchers?
Yes, you know, of what is permitted and what isn't permitted. Also, Marion, just, you know, beforehand, before I read the statement, like, maybe if you think about it before the next meeting, do you want a break in the morning?
Well, we're gonna start what time?
10. We can just break for lunch at
I think
noon.
we just break for lunch. That's only 2 hours.
We have to be clear about when we're breaking. The other thing is, we can say lunch 12 to 1. The thing is, we must start back by 1.
Mhm.
You know, we don't wait for candidates or anyone else. The other thing is, we have to set an end time. Because of the fact that if we don't set an end and someone comes at 4 o'clock and we're gone, we'll also post the timeline for the canvas somewhere that it's visible to the public,
Okay.
that they can see what's going to happen. We have to sort of decide if we have the ability to say in that statement that the canvas will end at 4 o'clock, but we can give a caveat to that, saying that if we're almost finished,
Okay.
Mhm.
we can go on to 5 to finish it.
Mhm.
So it's kind of like how long we've been at it and is it worth to bring. There may be no candidates, but oftentimes you have candidates that had to take the day off work and that type of thing. And if you can finish it that day, it's good, but you don't want to extend it much past the 5 because you're going to be tired and you're going to start to make mistakes.
Right.
And then we have to do one, we'll reconvene the next day.
We do not have,
Or-
you mean if we went past the 5 o'clock?
Yes.
Yes, we do. But if we were done by 5, no, we don't.
I don't think that's gonna happen. But we didn't have a contested election last time either, so the counting was, we just had to separate, we tallied very few, because most were,
Yes.
Yeah.
We can do this. Now, Diane is all right with us putting these in numerical order for the precinct roster.
Okay.
No, this
I
is,
didn't think she
this
would
is
be.
what I
Oh,
brought it
oh.
up.
this is what I did. Is I just took the list and added our own numbers to them, which is in alphabetical. So the number that we're printing on it is just alphabet 1, 2, 3. It's not their voter ID number. It's just our unique ID number. And
However, if we had the precinct roster and an envelope, number 6 would be the 6th name on the alpha list.
yes, and so when we put them in numerical order, they will end up in alphabetical order.
They will. Creature?
Thank you. I was really tempted to get up and get that.
It was just a small
Little spider.
Well, he could have dropped.
But he kept crawling on the back of your chair. Like, should I get up and count him?
Yeah. I didn't think that would work for her.
Yeah,
But
once I once I looked at it, I was like, this is not going to work. But then I was like, I'll just add a column. They'll
Because
print
she
that.
has to incorporate voting history.
Yeah.
And the numbers wouldn't be the same.
No. And their voter ID number ranges. Like there's some that are this long and some that are shorter.
Oh,
So
Because it's been for so many years.
Mhm.
So
so
when it
ours
was
will be in
strictly
alphabetical
Allegheny
order.
County registering, the numbers were much smaller, but then when we're thrown into the big MVA type scenario thing, it gets much larger. So that'll work then. I like that. Good idea. Okay.
And then
Should I possibly, well, no, because it's going to say, this will have the day of the second one, which is the last day to accept
June
ballots.
17th.
Okay. There may be some mail come in. I think we're good.
You will administer an oath of the canvassers, correct? Or do you do? Because I talked to Dawn Lindsay. She says she does not do that for municipal elections. I can't. Did you do something?
We always did because of we took an oath as board members. Not in our new section of law. The Board of Canvassers was not necessarily the office position as the actual election board.
Gotcha.
Okay? I may have been president of the election board, but you were elected as president of the canvass.
Okay.
However, I think it would probably behoove us to just, and as administrator, I used to be able to do that.
Okay.
You could probably
Okay.
give it to us, and I'll see what I can find. It may be
Okay.
in the law book,
Okay.
and it's just basically saying that, the spider came to visit.
It was dead on my finger.
But, so I'm going to get you a statement to be made before the canvass, and I'm going to get you an oath to be given to the
Okay.
Board of Canvassers. It's just a general oath that you know.
Okay. And you said that's somewhere in the law books?
I hope.
Okay.
If not, you see, you didn't reinvent the wheel. It's out there
Of course not.
somewhere, and you just start,
Yeah.
okay, do you swear in your,
Okay.
so that'll work. Next board meeting? Is that where we're?
That's where we're at.
What are we doing, ladies? Do we need the 25th?
Wrong phone.
We can probably get away with swearing in the Board of Canvassers on the 25th, but I think it would be more impressive to do it in case we have visitors, to do it before we start the canvass.
Okay, I think I can be here the 25th.
I'm just asking.
Do you want to do it the 25th or do you want to do it the 1st, right before the election? So,
It's fine with me. If anything comes up, then we can run one in between that 3-week period. I'm good.
I feel like we're in a pretty good place right now. The ballots are printing and will be mailed on Friday. And the box is ready, and I think things are out of our hands at this point until the 7th.
We
so.
didn't really have a whole lot to do until the 7th or 8th. What do you want from us on the 7th? Anything? No.
You don't need help with anything?
I'm gonna probably get a couple balloons and tie to the railing in front of 37 or in front of the police entrance.
Now that we have Dollar Tree, we can.
Yeah, that's probably gonna be the extent of, from my perspective.
will we
Do-
have some kind of signage? Once ballots go out on Friday, people will start getting them next week. But do we need some kind of signage at the police station to kind of announce that the lockbox is in there? I'm sorry for calling it the lockbox.
I can put a sign on the door. Let me ask you a question, speaking of that. The city code says that this box becomes available on May 24th. People are going to get their ballots before then and can mail them back before then. Do you want me to set this out before May 24th or wait till,
And the code set specifically says the 24th.
yeah.
Oh, why?
It-
I wonder.
It
They're just
Just-
different things we didn't,
catch.
yeah.
You know, we can amend that code for future elections, but I think you're legally bound to.
And the directions say the ballot box won't be available until the 24th.
Right.
So,
Put it on the website
okay.
and go with that. But change it for the future.
Yeah.
But to go against statute is dangerous.
All right.
Yeah. Deliver it from 8 a.m. on Tuesday, May 24th. So it will go out on that day and at that time. I can put a sign in the window starting on Monday
Saying that
ballot
ballots will
delivery
be.
box will be here beginning on.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can-
And maybe, I don't know who does this for the city, but maybe we could have a Facebook post. Just to remind people when they get their ballots, they can mail them or they can drop them off here beginning May 24th.
I'll do-
Well, yeah, but they can mail at any time.
Well, I mean,
So
they
you
can
don't
say
want-
that, but I'm just,
Yeah.
you know, even I, not thinking about it, was thinking, oh, as soon as I get my ballot, I'm gonna walk it over to the drop box. And not remembering that it specifically
Oh,
says May
even-
24th.
Probably not having the state election calendar, but it would be my assumption that the ballot boxes are only available beginning a certain date, because you could not have Allegheny doing this, Garrett doing that,
Yeah.
Frederick doing this, so I would assume
Yeah.
that,
I think because we need to look at the date between, in terms of the code amendments, the only issues I've had with implementation have been the dates, because, you know, we were conscientious that ballots couldn't be mailed until the write-in voter deadline,
right,
so that people weren't
And they
voting
can't.
before the write-in candidate had filed.
Okay.
So we eliminated, you know, that's been solved, but then as a result, we've ran into issues where like the voter registration deadline to when the ballots are mailed are too close, and it doesn't give us enough window with the printer.
so
Or
we can
like,
bump up
yeah.
that.
we need to do some massaging of dates for next
Um,
time. Get the mayor and council to make some changes. So it's the two changes. It's the voter registration deadline
That you may
or the,
run into a little trouble changing. It has to be at least, you have to give, well,
it's 30 days right
30
now.
days. And that's state also.
And then a lot of our deadlines were on Sundays, which makes no sense. So change something other than 30 days would help, because it puts everything on a Sunday from a
You
Tuesday.
know, to me, I would probably just go with the write-in, you know, X number of days after the write-in, and not put 21, 23, 24. I'd leave it vague enough,
And then we, yeah,
maybe,
and we can discuss this stuff
Yes,
later. But
for next these are lessons learned meeting.
but then we can put the ballot box date.
Somewhere we need to post, if it should happen, that you get write-in candidates.
Yeah.
You need to
We
post.
didn't get any, right?
The deadline is Friday.
Oh, okay, we still have a couple days.
Post the names, Valdez write-in candidates. The other thing is, when we're counting them, as long as you can ascertain what that name is. Spelled closely works. But hopefully, I don't think we'll get write-ins, but if we do, they need to be posted.
Yeah.
Facebook, front glass, police station, anywhere where they could fill that in. I think we're good. We're going with June the 1st then, huh?
Are we?
I'm comfortable with that.
Okay. If necessary.
And what time? Same time?
Yeah, kind of like the consistency of at least
It
the
helps.
same
It
day of the
helps,
week and
yeah.
time.
But, you know, if anything should arise that we need to meet before then, we will.
Okay.
And we do not have to be available on election day. Available, possibly. We don't have to be here, but available by cell phone if there should be some conflict. The
Or if the
people
box is
shouldn't have to handle.
overflowing.
Yes. You don't want to be out. You don't want to be out
Right.
of town on election
Right.
day.
On election day,
Yes.
do I need to set up, because it's not an active polling place, do I need to set up the no,
Electioneering.
signs?
I would.
Okay, what's the distance on those, because I've never done a real
100
election?
feet.
Those signs are somewhere in this building.
They are. I think we may have two. If not, something that says no, you know, just a flipboard. No
Mhm.
electioneering beyond this point, mark off 100 feet.
Okay.
The only thing is mark off from the front door. Here. and here.
Okay.
Dropping off is a different scenario, but just, you know, address it now rather than later.
Well, the box is going to be in the police station entrance,
Mhm.
right? So is that where we have to have the signs?
Yes.
All right, I'm
Where
sorry.
Where they're putting their ballot.
So,
You don't want someone accosting them. Also, probably, if they haven't filled it in, just as an FYI,
A table and pens.
and if the press is there or anyone is there, they are not allowed. People who are doing surveys for the different candidates, and you may get that because we have contested races. They cannot speak to that voter on the way in, but they can speak to him on the way out because he has already voted.
Okay. Table, pens, balloons. As long as it's not raining. That's the signs I'll have to. I think I know where they are.
But you can't find it. Write-in list. Did we get I voted stickers? Not
No, but
really,
I
because
can.
it's
I mean, if you want me to.
no. I mean,
I mailed in my vote stickers.
because they're mailing them in, so
yes. Liz is in the
Majority.
middle of the.
there won't be that many. Drop them all. We had a few on election day last time because they had forgotten to mail them and wanted to.
It was dreadfully boring for the people that staffed that for me.
Oh.
Have my.
LJ read a whole book.
She's probably never sat still that long. Okay, we're good.
Okay.
All right.
I get a call to adjourn.
Thank you. So
Meeting
Elizabeth, did you hear we had a giant total of?
Let me try this one. 2:35.
I'm sorry.
Let me stop this.
Let Dawn know she's done with the beat.
Lucky
With my
Dawn.
daughter.